Hey, Dread Central fans, it's been a while, but we have another comic book to screen comparison I'm going to be giving you. With Alien Covenant coming out at the end of the week, we thought it'd be a good time to return and go over some great Alien comic books. And let me tell you, there are a lot of them. So we might do another one of these, maybe when the Blu-ray and DVD of Alien Covenant comes out. So this might be Alien Covenant or Alien Comic Books Part 1. Why don't we start off with the original Alien illustrated story by Archie Goodwin and Walter Simonson, originally published by Heavy Metal Communications in 1979, and then in 2012, when Prometheus came out, Titan Books, who holds the rights to a lot of the Alien books, by the way, they published the Alien adaptation novels, as well as Alien Hive War, the Predator novels, and a whole bunch of others. They republished this amazingly detailed artistic story. Now, this comic book was extremely hard to find when it first came out, or several years after it first came out, and it is considered to be one of the best adaptations of a movie ever. It really follows the story very well, with the art by Walter Simonson being absolutely breathtaking. Walter Simonson would eventually go on to work on Marvel's Thor, which is one of the bigger books that he's known for. Archie Goodwin did a really good job writing this based on the original script, so there are some things in this story that are a little bit different than the movie, but not too much. For one thing, the alien itself is brown through the entire story, which is kind of unusual considering the xenomorph in Alien, of course, is black, or this kind of charcoal color. Then Darkhorse Comic Books got the rights to the Alien comic books, and they have held on to the rights for years. And one of the best things they ever did was Aliens, the original comic series, by Mark Verdehan and Mark Nelson. Mark Verdehan, if you IMDb his name, you will see his name attached to many projects. I digress. This original black and white comic book series was in fact the original sequel to Aliens before Alien 3. This gave us a story involving Newt and Hicks before their untimely deaths in Alien 3. It also gave us the first ever look at the Engineers. Now, the Engineers were revealed to be in Prometheus to be about 7 to 8 feet tall looking albino, black-eyed humanoid aliens. But in the original Aliens comic book series, that elephant-like nose mask that you see in the original Alien film is actually part of their face, and is not a spacesuit like it is in Prometheus, and will be shown in the upcoming Covenant movie. If you haven't had a chance to read it, I highly recommend picking it up. It's by Darkhorse Comic Books. It's collected in this amazing black and white hardcover with some of the most amazing gothic-looking artwork within. Kind of a different storyline than what you saw in Alien 3. A lot of people think probably for the better, considering how just disliked Alien 3 is in a lot of ways, mainly for the killing off of those two characters. Now, there have also been a number of Alien vs. Predator comic books, and that could be an entire episode onto itself. There are almost as many Alien vs. Predator comics as there are Alien or Predator comic books, because that's a completely kind of separate line, and they do make the two different comic books without them being Aliens and Predator constantly like showing up in each other's comic books. And again, it's something Dark Horse has been doing since 1988 when they first published their Alien comic books. The list of Alien comic books consists of Aliens Nightmares in Asylum, Aliens Female War, Labyrinth, Genocide, Earth Angel, Berserker, Incubus, Mondo Heat, Lucky, Lovesick, Headhunters, Pig, Border Special, Havoc, Purge, Alchemy, Resurrection, Kidnap, Tortoise Season, Survival, Glass Quarter, Stalker, Wraith, Apocalypse, Once in a Lifetime, Alien Xenogenesis, More Human Than Human, Fast Track, Field Report, Defiance, and so many more. The list of Alien comic books is just unbelievable, and Dark Horse honestly has made a really good job of putting out some of these books to be as intensely scary as the original two films. They also did a good job of making like sequels to Alien movies that we didn't actually get in terms of films themselves. For instance, Alien Resurrection actually has a sequel. It's Aliens vs. Predator vs. Terminator. If you can believe that, it's absolutely true. Alien has a long history of crossing over with other characters too, such as Aliens Green Lantern, two of my favorite, Aliens Superman, Aliens vs. Batman. The Alien vs. Batman one, I definitely want to point out to everyone to try and track down. I believe it's collected in the Dark Horse DC Comics trade paperback collection. The late great Bernie Wrightson was the artist on the two Batman Alien books, and his artwork has never looked better. It's absolutely awesome to see him drawing aliens and to see Batman fighting aliens. It's so fantastic. And you also get to see an alien crocodile. How cool is that? It's something you only ever see in like the toys when Kenner was making alien toys. In the Superman alien one, Superman finds a chunk of Krypton floating in space and he goes there and there's aliens there. The story is kind of hit or miss depending on, what your take on is on a good alien or Superman story. But there's always this iconic poster that the comic book stores had of a chest burster bursting through Superman's shield. It looks so awesome to see. Recently they did Predator versus Archie. I'm kind of hoping maybe they'll do Archie and the aliens, but maybe we don't need to cartoonize the aliens as much as the Predator, because the Predator was really kind of cartoonized in that. And the aliens recently fought Vampirella. Really weird crossover. What's next? Aliens and Kiss? How awesome would that be? Maybe we need to keep the alien books on a more serious tone and keep them from getting too campy. That's something that can happen. There's also a great image of artwork that was produced at comic book conventions of Darth Vader with his battle armor torn up and he's got dead aliens around him. Darkhorse had the copyright to both Star Wars and Aliens at the same time for years, and they never did a crossover with them. And that might have something to do with Lucasfilm not wanting them to do a crossover with Aliens, because they never did crossovers with Star Wars. So, and we haven't seen a crossover with Star Wars with anything Marvel related like Guardians of the Galaxy. So that might be something Lucasfilm doesn't want to see happening. But how awesome would that have been to see, like, Darth Vader and a bunch of stormtroopers having to take down a bunch of aliens? That would have been so cool. But we didn't see it happen. Recently, they did an Aliens vs. Predator, Aliens, Predator, and Prometheus, a giant crossover called Fire and Stone. And the storyline actually works really well, how they're all connected. And it's supposed to be kind of a sequel to Prometheus before the events of Covenant, which takes place 10 years after the events of Prometheus. So that's really worth checking out. Hellboy creator Mike Mignola put out his standalone Alien tale. That is worth checking out. Just to see Mike Mignola's artwork on Alien is just something you really got to see. I can't describe it anymore. Darkhorse's current comic book series is Dead Orbit by James Stokoe. In it, a group of space explorers goes to a Weyland-Yutani station that happens to be abandoned to find out what happened, and there's an alien on board. Only the first issue is out so far, but from what I've gathered, I love the artwork in it. The art and story is done by James Stokoe. So those are my recommendations. If you really want to pick up a bunch of Alien books, Darkhorse publishes the Alien Omnibuses, which compile all these Alien stories in a kind of chronological order timeline, which is really cool. And that currently there are at least 6 volumes of them out in 2 Alien vs. Predator volumes. Thanks, guys. Check out the rest of the videos that we have here on Dread Central's YouTube page. You can also like, subscribe, and comment this video. Don't forget about Dread Central's Patreon, and we'll be back in a couple weeks with Mummy comic books here on Dread Central's YouTube page. And don't forget to check out my show, Radio of Horror, on radiohorror.wordpress.com. It airs Sunday nights into Monday morning in Worcester, Massachusetts. You can catch it on my YouTube channel or VidMe.